Today, we are here in the prairie taking a look at this little guy here. This is the northern grasshopper mouse. This is a unique type of rodent because they are gray in color and have a white underbelly. They are approximately 15 centimeters in length and about 1.5 ounces. They have unusually long fingers and claws that allow them to catch their prey. These little things like to mainly eat grasshoppers, but they also eat beetles and the larvae of grasshoppers, beetles, butterflies, and moths. They have molars that are high cusped. This provides them a greater surface area for ripping apart grasshoppers and other large prey. Their jaws also have an enlarged area for muscle attachment, which gives them greater strength for biting and chewing animal matter. Plant matter that has been found in their gut has been determined to come from the intestines of grasshoppers rather than being ingested directly by the mice. Unlike other mice or rodents, the grasshopper mouse is carnivorous. They are endotherms because they maintain stable body temperatures by generating metabolic heat to maintain their internal temperature. Now I want to discuss why we are in the prairie. This is a type of biome the grasshopper mouse are found in. A biome is an area classified according to the species that live in that location. Temperature, range, soil type, and the amount of light and water are unique to a particular place and form the niches for specific species, allowing scientists to define the biome. Grasshopper mice prefer to live in a prairie, such as this one, with gravelly and coarse soil. The range of the northern grasshopper mouse extends from south central Canada through the western and Great Plains states and into northern Mexico. Agriculture and rock-carrying activities have disrupted or destroyed much of the habitat. Because they have such small populations and are at the edge of their range, they could disappear from Minneapolis entirely. Next, we are going to discuss the niche of this grasshopper mouse. In ecology, the term niche describes the role an organism plays in a community. A species niche encompasses both the physical and environmental conditions it requires, like temperature or terrain, and the interactions it has with other species. The northern grasshopper mouse is a small-bodied carnivore that preys upon arthropods and fellow small mammals. Pre-litigation for insect prey probably precludes much interspecific competition for food, space, or other limited sources. Predators of this little guy include raptors, snakes, and other predatory mammals.
Like my colleague said, this species has quite the unique diet. It also eats scorpions and has a unique adaptation for it. Not only is it immune to the scorpion's venom, it can actually turn it into a painkiller. This rodent brings a whole new meaning to small but mighty. They have a lot of agility and quick reflexes. So basically they are the perfect family pet and perfect for kids. After a long day, the grasshopper mouse goes back to its home, which is this burrow, and they tilt their head towards the night sky and howl. Yes, you heard me correctly, howl. This is where its nickname werewolf mouse comes from. Let's say hypothetically that the grasshopper mouse population were to increase suddenly, this wouldn't have a major impact on the environment because it's not a keystone species. And on the contrary, if it were to decrease, it wouldn't have an impact either. The other small animals and insects wouldn't be affected that much because there are other predators preying on them, so the ecosystem remained balanced because once again, these are not keystone species.
This is what a real grasshopper mouse looks like. As you can see, it's gray in color with a white underbelly. I wanted to discuss more of its evolutionary history. The grasshopper mouse has a complicated taxonomic history. Initially, there were debates about how to classify them, whether they belong to certain groups of mice. However, the discovery of an extinct relative called Acrolophus rhodopetros showed that the grasshopper mice have a unique and very long evolutionary history dating back millions of years. To understand their evolutionary relationships, scientists used both physical characteristics and genetic information. They examined the features of fossil and modern grasshopper mouse specimens and analyzed their data. By comparing these data, they found that grasshopper mice are related to other mouse groups like octotomes, biomes, and rheterodontomes. The genetic analysis revealed 7 main groups within the grasshopper mouse lineage. These groups included different mouse species like onocomes, rheterodontomes, biomes, and others. A combination of genetic and physical characteristics confirmed that acrolophones and onocomes are distinct and should be recognized as a separate tribe within the grasshopper mouse family. To summarize, the research on the grasshopper mouse evolutionary history showed that they have a unique lineage that goes back millions of years. By studying their physical traits and genetic information, scientists established the relationships between different mouse species, including the recognition of acrolophones and onocomes as a distinct tribe.
The grasshopper mouse, whose scientific name is genus Ocumus, has origins that date back 4 to 5 million years ago in North America. Grasshopper mice may produce up to 3 litters per year, with 2 to 6 young born per litter. Their litters are often called kittens, pinkies, or cubs. Their biggest threat are owls, birds, and humans. Group behavior is mainly solitary. The lifespan is about a year in the wild, and the age of sexual maturity is approximately 3 to 4 months old. These southern grasshopper mice are prone to indulge in cannibalism acts, as they often can eat and kill other members of their species if the food source is scarce. Usually they are solitary animals, but they stay with a partner when they need to breed and have a new litter. They reproduce all year, but is most likely to happen during summer months, as mentioned previously. And sometimes they often kill their partner as well.
The habitat of grasshopper mice is primarily found in arid and semi-arid regions of North America, including desert and grassland ecosystems. The abiotic features of their habitat, such as climate and physical characteristics, play a significant role in shaping their environment. The climate in these regions is characterized by hot and dry conditions, with limited precipitation and high temperatures. This type of arid climate imposes challenges for survival, particularly in terms of water availability and temperature regulation. The grasshopper mice have adapted to these harsh conditions by developing certain physiological and behavioral traits. For instance, they possess specialized kidneys that enable them to conserve water efficiently. They are also nocturnal, which helps them avoid the extreme heat during the day and reduces water loss through evaporation. Their burrowing behavior provides them with shelter and protection from temperature extremes. In terms of biotic features, grasshopper mice interact with various organisms within their habitat. They have evolved specific adaptations and symbiotic relationships that contribute to their survival. One notable example is their diet, which primarily consists of insects, including grasshoppers, beetles, and scorpions. These mice have developed resistance to scorpion venom, allowing them to prey on these dangerous arachnids. Additionally, grasshopper mice may interact with other animals in their environment through mutualistic or commercial relationships. For instance, they may form symbiotic associations with certain species from arthropods or small reptiles that inhabit their burrows. These cohabiting organisms can benefit from their shelter and protection provided by these mouse burrows, while the mice may benefit from reducing parasite infection or improved burrow maintenance. Overall, the abiotic features of the grasshopper mice habitat, including the arid climate and physical characteristics, shape their physiological adaptations and behavior. Meanwhile, the biotic features involve interactions with other organisms, particularly their specialized diet and potential symbiotic relationships, contributing to their survival and ecological role within their biome.